Hey friends, this is DJ T and I am super excited to be finally bringing you Speak On It. This has been an idea that's been in my head for a really long time, and the fact that it is finally coming to fruition just makes my heart happy. And so in this first video blog, I just want to do two things. And the first is to talk about why I've dedicated my time to talking about leadership, success, and what I call the art of winning. And the second thing I want to do is just talk to you about what to expect in the coming weeks. But before I do that, I want to just share a quick disclaimer that you may have figured out, and that's that I'm at home, right? If you've been to my house, you probably recognize this orange wall, but I share that for two reasons. One, this is the place where I come to pray and meditate and plan my day and my week. And so I couldn't think of a better place than right here to do this video blog. The second reason I share that with you is because I am sitting here with no shoes on. I don't have to be buttoned up, and I want that to be the spirit of this video blog. I want it to be a casual conversation between you and me. I may refer to my notes here in my journal. It's going to be unscripted. I may stumble through some of my words, but I hope that you forgive me and truly listen to the message and the intent of the subject at hand. And so with that, I want to talk a little bit about the why and then the what. So one of my favorite authors and TED Talker, Simon Sinek, says that starting with why really connects you to beliefs. And so I want to talk to you about those three core beliefs on why I decided to do this video blog. And the first is really all about leadership. I consider myself to be a leadership enthusiast, right? I'm fascinated by who gets anointed to be a leader and what those qualities are and what they look like, what backgrounds they come from. And I find that it's really interesting, especially in a place like Chicago. I don't know where you're tuning in from, but in Chicago, when we think about leadership and we talk about our city's leaders, there are probably 5 to 10 people that come up over and over again, and they're great leaders. But the reality is that there are so many incredible leaders that I've just had an opportunity to meet over the past couple of years through programs like Impact and Leadership Greater Chicago, Black Girls Lead, Chicago Scholars, so many organizations. And I find myself sitting in meetings super inspired by the person across from me, thinking, why doesn't the world know this person? I'm also selfishly thinking of somebody in my program that I want to connect to this amazing leader so that they can inspire them like they've inspired me. And so I hope this platform is one that can help us redefine what leadership looks like and creates a platform for a new generation of leaders. The second value or belief or why is really connected to my personal story, but also my work. Many of you know that I'm the first in my family to graduate from college, and as a kid, all of my teachers would tell me, Dominique, if you just work hard, study hard, go to college, you'll be successful. And I believe that, and so much so that I share that with my students. And the reality is that that's just not true. There is so much in between that college degree and success, and those unwritten rules that you aren't going to be taught in the classroom is something that I feel committed and obligated to sharing with this next generation of leaders, with my students, with my peers, to remind myself of as I'm on this journey. And so college isn't enough, and so figuring out what the answer is something that I'm really passionate about. The third reason why I wanted to do this is it's actually rooted in something that I've actually felt embarrassed to say publicly for many years, and that is simply the fact that I want to change the world. And I say that I'm embarrassed because it sounds like something kids say, and that's something that you grow out of when you get older, but I just haven't been able to shake it. I've always felt that God has created me to do something special and different, and to use my gifts and talents to have impact. And I've done things like start businesses that I thought would impact communities, to joining the Peace Corps. And so what's interesting is that I still feel like I can change the world, but the how is really different. I used to think as a kid that it had to be this big, hairy, audacious thing that you had to do. But today, I feel that it's something small, and you can still change the world. I think using your voice has a great power and potential to change the world. And I say that because when you use your voice, to talk about a topic or a subject or an issue that you are really passionate about, you inspire a changed thought. And when hundreds of people change their minds, their actions change. And when hundreds and thousands of people have changed action and behavior, that ultimately changes the world. And so I hope that this platform is one that inspires you to use your voice and speak on something that you're passionate about. And together, if we all start to do that, we can indeed change the world. And that's what I get excited about. So what to expect from this video blog? It will be a video blog that will be somewhere between 5 to 7 minutes. I don't want it to be too long. It will be released Sunday at 6. I think most of us start to wind down and think about your plans and intentions for the next week right around that time. I don't know yet if it will be weekly or bi-weekly. I will start out as a bi-weekly blog, and if I get feedback from you all that you want more, then maybe we'll change it to a weekly blog. It will alternate. Some weeks will be me sharing a lesson in leadership, and other weeks will be a spotlight on one of those incredible leaders I was telling you about and sharing their views on success and leadership and the art of winning. So as I wrap up, I want to leave you with 2 quick action items. The first is to visit my website at dominiquespeaks.com. All of my social media handles are there, so like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And the second is to think about who might benefit from this blog and just share the link with them and continue to pass on some of the knowledge if you feel like it was inspiring to you. So with that, I am so excited to be on this journey with you, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday at 6.